Hi, good morning, everyone. So, in the last class, we started talking about evolution of the Indian economy, right? Today, we want to continue with that beta. So, write down the heading, prime moving force, agriculture versus industry. Prime moving force, agriculture versus industry. So, when India got its independence, during that period, बेसिकली वी हैड अ वेरी बिग डिबेट गोइंग ऑन हमारा एक बहुत बड़ा डिबेट चल रहा था एंड दैट डिबेट वाज अबाउट वेदर वी शुड बी गोइंग फॉरवर्ड विद एग्रीकल्चर और वेदर वी शुड बी गोइंग फॉरवर्ड विद इंडस्ट्री हमें किस पाथ में डेवलपमेंट करनी है क्या हमें एग्रीकल्चरल रूट से जाना है या हमें इंडस्ट्रियल रूट से जाना है ये हमारा एक बहुत बड़ा डिबेट था जो इंडिया में चल रहा था राइट नाउ ऑल्दो एग्रीकल्चर वाज समथिंग व्हिच वाज द कॉलिंग एग्रीकल्चर ऑलरेडी इंडिया में मतलब था एवरीवन वाज employed in the agricultural sector but going in the industrial sector meant that you could actually go ahead and you can be self-reliant, isn't it? So this was a core classic debate going on कि क्या हमें पहले एग्रीकल्चर को डेवलप होने देना चाहिए या हमें पहले इंडस्ट्री को डेवलप होने चाहिए इंडस्ट्री को चूज करने के कुछ बेनिफिट्स भी थे और प्रॉब्लम्स भी थे एग्रीकल्चर को चूज करने के लिए कुछ बेनिफिट्स भी थे प्रॉब्लम भी थे राइट सो प्लीज राइट डाउन आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस India had to choose a development path. Two options were present, right? So there were two options which were there for India. पहला था कि आप एग्रीकल्चर के थ्रू ग्रो करो एंड द अदर वाज दैट यू ग्रो थ्रू इंडस्ट्री राइट एग्रीकल्चर के थ्रू ग्रो क्यों करना चाहिए क्योंकि अगर एग्रीकल्चर को ग्रो करोगे सो देयर विल बी फूड सिक्योरिटी देयर वर सो मेनी फेमाइंस देयर विल बी वेलफेयर ऑफ द पीपल देयर विल बी मास एम्प्लॉयमेंट इंडस्ट्री को चूज करोगे देयर विल बी मॉडर्नाइजेशन देयर विल बी इंडस्ट्रियल बेस एंड देयर विल बी सेल्फ रिलायंस सो both of them had their own advantages and disadvantages of getting chosen right so write down agriculture led growth. It meant immediate welfare, food security, mass employment. Industry led growth. It meant long term modernization, industrial base, self reliance. Right? So दोनों में कुछ कुछ फायदे थे और कुछ कुछ नुकसान थे. So write down what so we understood कि दोनों में से किसी एक को चूज करना था. Now what we saw is that the government chose industry over agriculture even though this had been a debate. सब बोलते थे कि नहीं अगर agriculture choose किया जाता it would have been a good starting point. But we saw that the Nehruvian government it chose industry as the leading sector. So please write down the government chose industry as the leading sector, even though experts still debate whether agriculture would have been a better starting point. Right? Whether agriculture would have been a better starting point. तो जब भी ऐसे डिसीजन लिए जाते हैं, whenever such decisions are made, these decisions are based on a lot of things. How many resources the economy has, and these decisions are not always purely economic decisions. Okay, these decisions many times they are shaped by socio-political compulsions also. Politically क्या करेक्ट रहेगा करना, हाँ वो भी देखा जाता है, राइट. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो समथिंग विच इज कंसिडर्ड. तो क्वेश्चन इज दैट हमने क्यों इंडस्ट्री को चूज किया ओवर एग्रीकल्चर, व्हाई इंडस्ट्री वाज चोजन. Why industry was chosen over agriculture, right? So first of all, the decision to prioritize industry was influenced बाय पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप. माने पॉलिटिकली उन्होंने पहले ही सोच लिया था दैट वी विल बी गोइंग अहेड विद इंडस्ट्री ओवर एग्रीकल्चर मच बिफोर इंडिपेंडेंस. मच बिफोर इंडिपेंडेंस उन्होंने डिसाइड कर लिया था दैट वी विल बी गोइंग अहेड एंड वी विल बी चूजिंग इंडस्ट्री ओवर एग्रीकल्चर फॉर आवर ग्रोथ डिसीजंस. ठीक है, हम इंडस्ट्री के पाथ के थ्रू ही जाएंगे. मेकिंग सेंस, राइट? So in the mid 30s, nationalist leader already favored economic planning and industrialization. Example, National Planning Committee 1938. नेशनल प्लानिंग कमेटी 1938. तो पहले ही बिफोर इंडिपेंडेंस जवाहरलाल नेहरू, he was a central figure in giving shape to this vision, and उन्होंने पहले ही डिसाइड कर लिया था that we will be going ahead and we will be choosing industrialization. ठीक है, so there was influence of Nehruvian socialism and vision of rapid modernization. So what they suggested is that if we go ahead with industries, it will lead to modernization of our country, right? So there was faith in big industries as a symbol of progress. तो उन्होंने सोचा कि ठीक है, although Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, he kept saying that हमें रूरल एरिया पे emphasize करना चाहिए, rural area should be our emphasis. We saw that the elite class and the and the political class, they believed that industry was related to modernity. उन्हें ये लगता था कि अगर industry आ गई तो खुद से modernization आ जाएगा, right? And that is why it became to be known as Nehruvian economics, because he didn't focus on the rural sector. He didn't want to focus on the agricultural sector. His entire focus was on industry and through industry modernization, right? So write down, despite Gandhi's rural emphasis, the ruling elite believed that industry was equal to modernity. तो ये एक बिलीफ आ गया कि देखो, अगर इंडस्ट्री ग्रो करेगी तो मॉडर्नाइजेशन खुद से आ जाएगी. इंडस्ट्री वाज लिंक्ड टू मॉडर्निटी, राइट? नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाई choosing industry was problematic? Problems with choosing industry. There were many problems. First, let's try and understand, but then we will write them down. Choose problems with choosing industry. तो देखो, पहला प्रॉब्लम तो ये था कि ऑलमोस्ट इंडस्ट्री के लिए कोई इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ही नहीं था. इंडस्ट्री को डेवलप करने के लिए पावर, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, कम्युनिकेशन, ये सब चाहिए, विच वॉज मिसिंग. Second thing that happened is that there were negligible core industry, steel, cement, coal, ये सब core industries, main industries, जिनके through forward linkage होता है, बाकी industries बनती हैं, right? So you have some core industries, and once those core industries develop, only then through forward linkage other industries can develop, right? But we had missing of these core industries itself, right? So that's the other thing that happened, that we didn't have the core industries. The third was lack of capital, right? Now state capital available tha, na private capital. The fourth was absence of technology and R&D. Proper research and development, proper technology was not available. There was lack of skilled manpower. वो manpower जो skilled manpower होता है, ऐसे जो industries को चलाने के लिए जरूरी है, that was missing. Then we had weak entrepreneurship. We didn't have a lot of entrepreneurs. No domestic market for industrial good. हम industrial good बना भी लें, but how will those industrial goods develop? Huh? There was no domestic market available for the industrial goods, right? And socio-psychological barriers. ठीक है, माने इतना poverty था, इतना colonial legacy था कि nobody could think कि हम अपना industries भी बना पाएंगे. So psychologically also we were not in that space. Socially we were not in that space that we could have gone ahead and we could have developed the industry. ठीक है, so please write down. At the time of independence, India lacked prerequisites for industrialization. Almost no infrastructure, power, transport, communication. Second, negligible core industries. But core industries have a forward and backward linkage. जब ये डेवलप होती हैं तो इनकी वजह से बाकी इंडस्ट्रीज डेवलप होती हैं. अगर यही डेवलप नहीं होंगी तो बाकी इंडस्ट्रीज डेवलप नहीं हो सकती हैं, राइट? So core industries were not there, like steel, cement, crude oil, refining, electricity, etc. Third, Lack of capital. There was neither state capital nor private capital. Fourth, this is state and private. Absence of technology and R&D. No research and development, no technology was there at that time. Fifth, lack of skilled manpower. Sixth, weak entrepreneurship. Seventh, no domestic market for industrial goods. Eighth, negative socio-psychological factor like colonial legacy, poverty, low demand, right? So because there were gaps, therefore industrial path was looking very premature and illogical. मतलब it wasn't looking like the right decision to take, right? आपके पास now core industries हैं, ना आपके पास expertise है, ना skilled labor है, हाँ, ना आपके पास उसके लिए demand है, right? Thus, industry first. इंडस्ट्री फर्स्ट मींस इंडस्ट्री ओवर एग्रीकल्चर, इंडस्ट्री को आपने पहले रखा. सीम्ड illogical given India's realities in 1947. So industry was looking very illogical. मतलब लग रहा था कि why are we progressing with the industry when we don't have anything related to industrial sector? Is it making sense?